Haille.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so happy to have you on our kitchen summits.
Thank you.
And I had my pickup line ready. For once, I have a chef in the kitchen.
I guess technically I am a chef.
I'm not cooking alone.
Yes.
And
vegan at that.
yeah.
We're gonna live to 100.
For once, we are in our church.
Yeah.
So as a starter, I like to ask people how they want to be introduced, how they would introduce themselves. How would you introduce yourself?
I
Short
guess,
or long, whichever.
yeah, I would just say Haille Wimbish, restaurant owner.
Restaurant owner.
Yeah, entrepreneur. Because
Entrepreneur.
more is to come.
Yes.
So I guess kind of chef.
Chef.
Although
Vegan restaurant.
Yeah, vegan restaurants. Although my husband more so wears that hat, but don't be fooled, I am in the kitchen also.
So chef.
Yeah, chef.
Chef,
Yeah.
entrepreneur, vegan restaurant owner
Yeah.
in Kigali.
Thank you, Kelly, yeah.
Mother, that I know.
Yes, of 3.
3 young kids and a baby.
Yeah.
And this is really my honor to have you and you taking the time to come
Thank you.
in between short nights and commuting to school and back home.
Yeah.
And for the sake of the conversation, I asked you to bring as many objects or pictures as you want so that we can weave through and get to know you more.
Yes.
Learn from you and learn from each other. So where shall we start?
I guess the beginning.
Yes, yes.
So most people, when they encounter me and Josh, my husband, they always ask, like, how did you end up here in Rwanda?
Okay.
So I guess we can begin there.
Sure.
Because it's kind of the most natural beginning.
Point.
Yes. So 2019 is when Josh and I first visited the continent of Africa. We started dating in 2018.
Okay.
And both realized that we had a love and passion for traveling. And so at first, coming from the US, we would just...
Where about in the US?
From Texas.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Minnesota.
Okay.
Very cold, but beautiful summers. And then after I graduated college from Iowa, I moved to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And that's where him and I met.
Okay.
So, had a love for traveling, and in the beginning, we would just travel through the Caribbean islands. And at that point, we were kind of like reconnecting to our roots.
I see.
Chasing the authentic African culture, because a lot of these Caribbean islands are, made from Black people, and so anytime we would go, we would just be with the locals.
I get it.
We're like, let's get away from all the tourists. Let's get away from, the Americans. Let's
be locals.
Yeah, let's be locals. And
did you have any particular roots in the Caribbean, or just because it was the closest to the US? And
it was just the closest thing.
Okay.
And of course they have beautiful
I can
beaches.
see how it would blend in.
Yes, but of course they have the beautiful beaches and amazing
yes.
cuisine, and it was just a time that we could escape American life and kind of just be in the culture of a different culture.
Yes.
So we jumped around, many different islands, and
what was your favorite? I'm curious now because I have on my bucket list an island, but I will Cuba is on my bucket list.
Cuba. We've never been.
I would love to visit Cuba.
I hear there's, a beautiful culture there. All of the colorful cars and, the houses. And that's really how many of the islands are. They're so colorful, so many beautiful fruit trees, and, it's lively.
Yes, lush.
It's lush, exactly.
So where did you go? Costa Rica?
No, not Costa Rica either.
Okay,
no, we went to St. Lucia.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. I love St.
The
Lucia.
beaches.
Yes, the beaches. Jamaica. We've been to Curacao.
Oh.
Grenada.
Does it look as good as on the pictures?
Of course, pictures never do anything justice.
Really?
So even better.
Wow.
Even better.
Best beach?
I can't even say the best because they're all very
unique.
Yeah, they're unique but similar in a way.
Okay.
But St. Lucia was very. It had mountains and it was very diverse. Yes, and so I would say St. Lucia was probably my favorite island.
I see.
But the culture of Jamaica, you can never discard that. So between those two, they were really kind of my favorites. But yeah, after a year of kind of traveling there, we actually, a friend of Josh's, they were teammates. So Josh played professional American football,
which I know nothing about, but
a lot of helmets smashing together, a lot of bones being broken. It's
very physical.
It's a very physical game. So it's a part of our story.
So one of his teammates.
Yes, but it's amazing that it's not all of our story.
Sure.
One of his teammates at the time he loved to travel.
Okay.
And so Josh had asked him, like, where is the most exotic place you've been? Like, what was the best destination that you've gone to? And he was like, I went gorilla trekking in Africa. Josh was like, what? like what do you mean? And so that teammate had gone to Uganda and did the gorilla experience and just had nothing but amazing things to say about
the mark.
Exactly. So, Josh comes home from practice that day and was like,
we should do this.
I've got our next place that we're going.
New adventure.
Yes, a new adventure. And so, we start researching and see that Rwanda is, another place that have the gorillas. So we're like, Rwanda? What's the last and the only thing that we had heard about Rwanda was the genocide. And so it just immediately piqued our interests. Like, what's going on with this country? What does it even look like there? And you can meet gorillas? Like, what do you mean? And so yeah, that we got with a traveling agent and booked a 10-day trip. And so fast forward to getting here, getting off the plane. That first breath of air, of African air, was just...
It hit a spot.
It hit like a spot in our soul. We were the first generation to come back out of our families. And it just went a lot deeper than just a vacation. Yeah, it was like, it was just incredible. So we get off the plane and, start making our way to the hotel and, there's thousands of motos driving everywhere.
The Kigali crowd.
Exactly, and it's evening time, so all we can see are the hills with the lights. it looks like stars, you know?
True.
And so just immediately it was like, this is going to be the most incredible adventure.
You already had a sense that it's gonna be a special place for you too?
Yes. Immediately it felt like this was going to be special. So, you know, fast forward that trip, we did the full experience.
Guerrilla trekking.
You know, we did guerrilla trekking in the volcanoes.
Magic on you.
Oh my gosh.
Did it rain?
Of course. Of course. And
so
then
you trekked in the mud.
Yes, coming
slippery.
down, we're sliding down.
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit and slide. Yeah. Because why am I trying to stay up? So I'm sliding down the mountain and you know, getting bit by the stinging nettles, and he cracks open the plant and puts the cream on, and you know, these are all things that we've never experienced before. So and then we do our first safari at, you know,
in the same trip?
Yes, we did the full experience.
Perfect.
So at that point, you know, we're just in love with the nature of Rwanda. But then what really just like captivated us was speaking to, again, the locals,
of course.
You know, and hearing their stories of survival of the genocide, and understanding that we are the same age of, you know, everyone who has survived.
Interesting.
And so it just like grabbed our souls in ways that we never could have imagined.
So basically you're saying, oh, I am as old as this country. The new version of this country.
Yeah. And we were, you know, it made us want to get involved in helping.
Be part of it.
Be a part of it. Yeah, it's like, okay, how can we do something? Yeah, like how do we fit in here? What can this look like? How can we get involved and try to grow this country in the way that it's already growing? And so we got...
Wait a minute. So you asking yourselves, what can we bring, basically, to keep this growth going?
Yeah.
Did you have a moment of saying, like, when did it click? You said you want to be part of this, that you could move.
Years later.
Okay.
Years later.
Okay. So you were just then thinking, something back and forth and...
Yeah. Well, so at that time, Josh was still in the NFL.
Okay.
And so, yes, his yearly calendar was very specific on when we could leave, and then, you know, having to stay. So that was 2019 when we came. Then 2020, COVID happened. And of course, you know, this whole time we're just thinking about Rwanda. And then in, I would say like August or September of COVID year, 2020, the NFL, the players could choose to either play, or they could sit out the year. At that time that they had to make the decision, because prior to, Rwanda's borders were closed for international travelers. So
full lockdown.
Full lockdown. So
March 1st, I think, early March 2020.
Yes, it was March. So September or around that time is when they opened back up to international traveling. And that was the time that he had to make the decision if he was going to play or not. As soon as we saw that Rwanda opened the gates,
like we out.
We're going. So he opted out that season, and we came here.
For what then? So that's
we didn't know.
But did you keep your minds open, saying we're gonna explore opportunities, or we're just gonna visit again? And
so
what was
that first trip we had got
on your hearts?
that first trip, we got connected with RDB.
I see.
And so we were like, this time in between, like, what are some investments that we could make? Like, what, where's opportunities that we could get involved?
For people like us.
Yes. And so they, kind of put together, a few things. But once we decided to come, they got us connected to different nonprofits, because I love photography. It's a hobby of mine. Josh loves videography. He went to school for film. And so all the times that we traveled, we would just always be with our cameras.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, well, we can do content for businesses that might need it. So they got us connected with different nonprofits, Solid Africa being one. And we just, like, for those 3 months, we were just kind of connecting, meeting, and, just enjoying life. I was pregnant with our firstborn at the time, and so first trimester things were happening, and exhaustion,
the newness of it all.
Yes,
not too sick, I hope.
Not too sick, but just not being able to eat
not at your best.
Yes, you don't want any seasonings. Everything has to be bland. So
heightened senses,
and that was the thing that got me the most.
I could smell people who ate onions yesterday at a kilometer.
Exactly. So that's what ultimately had us leave. 3 months later.
You stayed that long?
We stayed for 3 months, yes.
Okay.
And so that was when Rwanda was doing the 7 p.m. curfew.
Yes.
And it was just, it was amazing to us how
the discipline,
coordinated and disciplined the culture was.
Yeah.
Like we were out, maybe it was like 6:45 because I had a doctor's appointment, and everyone is zooming, and like even our driver, like there was like locked in traffic. Our driver gets out the car and starts directing people, and like is like weaving himself past motos. Like it was madness.
Yes.
But it was incredible to see.
Also to witness how naturally almost people were cooperating with the instructions. They cared.
Yes, they cared. And coming from the U.S., where it's just everyone on their own.
Conspiracies already.
Exactly. So it was really refreshing to be in an environment that had so much union.
Yeah, social cohesion.
Exactly.
Was felt.
Exactly. So, that was 2020. Then I had our son. Josh was still in the NFL at that time, so we were kind of transitioning a lot of lifestyle things
and decisions. I guess.
Decisions, yes.
First child already is a big one.
Right.
You wonder what your life is gonna become.
Yeah.
Are we staying where we are? Are we getting a bigger house, a bigger car?
Right.
And now there's a country that seems to be attracting you.
Always there. It's like little jingle bells, just always in the background. So the next 3 years, Josh would kind of come back and forth.
On his own.
So I was either pregnant, because then we had a second right behind. So my first two, they're 22 months apart.
Wow.
So when my first one was a year old, I got pregnant with the second one. So I was either nursing or pregnant. But still, we were still checking out investment opportunities that Rwanda was, kind of sending our way. So he would go, for 5 days.
Shorter trips.
A quick short trip. Come back, and then, the next year round would go, come back. So it was 3 years of this kind of back and forth, but again, Rwanda's
something was
always
cooking, brewing.
Yes, we were just trying to find out. Like, we wanted to grow roots here. We're just trying to figure out what those roots look like. Yeah.
Shall we look at something that one of the objects you brought, or am I interrupting you?
Let's continue.
Yes.
Well, I guess, I mean,
because you mentioned your passion for photography, Josh's passion for video. I'm like,
yeah. Well, so I've got my Polaroid. I do have, you know, a Sony camera. We've got many lenses. But what I love about this one is the physical picture that you get. You know, everything is so digital now, and it's like I have 50,000 photos on my phone, but not one of them is ever going to make it into a photo book.
In my childhood, we used to have photo albums.
Exactly.
And people coming to visit us, you would just pull it out.
Pull out the photo album.
Yes.
And that's what I had as well. And that's what I wanted to continue even for my kids. So now I have a photo album of Polaroid photos.
Nice.
And then another photo of our young days when Josh was playing football and I was
cute.
His main cheerleader.
Before the kids?
Before the kids, yes. So this was at the Arizona Cardinals Stadium.
I interrupted your train of thoughts because you then mentioned that this is 3 years after the first trip, and Josh has been coming back and forth and exploring opportunities.
Yeah.
And we brought in the Polaroid. But there was you were on something. Never mind. Because it's that moment, then I want to capture what is it that made the scales tip.
So that's what it was. Here we are. Okay. So we went to Rwanda Day.
Oh, in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
Which city was it in?
DC.
Okay.
It was in DC. So that was 2024.
Oh,
it was
I was
January.
There.
You were there?
Yes.
Wow. Look at that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was 2024, that January. We went to Rwanda Day. And it was, I mean, you know how it is.
I know how it is, but I want to hear from you.
It felt like we were in Rwanda.
I did many Rwanda days in many continents, actually. That was not my first in the US, but go ahead.
It felt like we were in Rwanda, inside of those doors.
The energy of the room.
Yes. And then, you know, His Excellency was there.
Superstar.
He's a superstar, you know, and I'm not into politics whatsoever.
Were you starstruck?
I was truly starstruck. I'm like, I just want to meet him. You know, he's just what he's done with the country in this 30, you know, years. It's just incredible. It's beautiful what great leadership can do. And we've never had an example of that.
I think it's one of a kind in our lifetimes.
It's
not as
truly,
Rwandans only, but in the world.
I mean, to see it on a global scale, like Rwanda and His Excellency is truly one of a kind. And so, you know, we just have so much admiration for him. But yes, being at Rwanda Day, you know, they're doing all of the panels and...
you followed the panels, you were in the room.
Yes, I was like...
The Q&A, and people want to ask every sort of question.
Look I was one of those people
Waiting for the mic?
Waiting for the mic, jumping up and down, waving my hand around.
You didn't get a chance.
I was so close. I was so close because you know how they had like they had some people who were already pre-chosen.
Yes.
So one guy was right in front of me, and he had the mic. And I was like, just pass it to me once you're finished, you know. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't. But I had this burning question of,
which was?
Okay, so sports and entertainment is now a huge sector that's coming to Rwanda. They're really trying to bring in a lot of tourists from this category. My question was, because coming as an African American, there are many African Americans who are trying to get out, and they just don't have a place.
Yes.
You know, like you don't know what true peace is until you feel it for yourself.
Of course.
And in my own personal experience, I never felt peace until I came to Rwanda. And so, you know, for the way that Rwanda has captured me, how can we make this more available for African Americans who are looking for a place to just find peace?
A new home.
A new home, you know? And so that was my question was, you know, I know that sports and entertainment is a really captivating reason to travel. And what better place than
Rwanda?
African Americans, you know, to take our sports and our entertainment.
And bring it.
How can we bring it?
How can we bring it?
How can we create some incentive to bring it? Because the African American dollar is worth trillions. You know, the black dollar can go far. Right now, we're putting that black dollar into America.
Yes.
We're putting it into American corporations. What if we brought it to Rwanda? So that was like my burning question, and
a big one, actually. It's a big one.
I didn't get to ask it. So I said, you know what? Forget this. We're going to Rwanda.
Yes.
Forget this one weekend. We're bringing the kids and we're going to Rwanda.
And by then you have 2 kids already.
By then we have 2 kids.
2 young kids.
Yes. So we have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So that was January. In February, we bring the kids.
Yep.
And we're here for a month. And
renting a house?
We were just in an apartment.
Okay.
Like a what are those called? A service apartment. Yeah, it was
very convenient.
It was so convenient. And so we're like, okay, we get here, we're like, we got to hit the ground running. We need to find. At this point, we have come to Rwanda like 5 times.
A number of times. At least for Josh.
Yeah, in the last 4 years. So we need to find something in this month that can really root us here, anchor us. And at that point, he was done with football, and so we really could just like.
You are free.
We're free. We were free now. So you know, we're looking at different, you know, apartment buildings that we could get into, or you know, just different
like
opportunities. Real estate. Then we finally, the last week that we were here, we were shown a property that was under renovations to become a bed and breakfast.
Okay.
And we're like, oh, bed and breakfast. You know, Josh was getting really creative with vegan cooking. We had an Airbnb in Scottsdale already, so we were very comfortable with
that type of business.
So we start negotiations with the owner, and he had no intentions of selling it. So, you know, we're kind of...
You worked on him.
Yes, we're working on him. We're like, this is our family's dream. You could finally get us to Rwanda, that, you know, where we've been desperate to find... to do something. And so a week of negotiations, and he finally agreed.
Cool.
So we go home.
So that is February or March 2024?
That was March of 2024. So, and his renovations were to be completed in May.
Mm-hmm.
So we go home and have 8 weeks
to
pack up. With 2 young kids, you know? And so...
But excited.
It's exciting. You know, we're like, we are out of here. Like, But it was also... That was the first time that my kids, that we had been to Rwanda as a family.
The 4 of you.
The 4 of us. And so by the time that we get back, as soon as we get off the plane and are, you know, on our way home, I just immediately get filled with so much anxiety. You know, it's just the United States is... There are so many outside factors that can change your life immediately. You know, even as fast as cars are going.
Of course.
That's what got me. I'm like, the kids don't have their car seats, and we're going 70 miles on this highway. You know, so I'm just filled with anxiety. We go to the grocery store, and I'm like, why does that guy have a backpack on? You know, what's inside of his backpack? Because anyone can carry guns, and, you know, public shootings are
happening
like a weekly thing. And so it's just, you know, I didn't realize until I got...
So there's a stark contrast there. I experienced similar feelings, but there was nothing like a threat on my life or anything, because I was then living in Europe for the longest.
Yeah.
Before I moved back here. But I remember 2 things. Just the landing, and when they open and you step out on the tarmac, like the smell. Like,
yeah.
But I'm Rwandan, so I would think it's me and the motherland. And then on the way back, I used to have like a weekly mild depression.
Yeah.
These people around me, like everything's felt dull and no life and no future. And this was a place I've lived in for 20 plus years, but I can somehow relate without minus the threat.
Yeah.
The potential threat that is very real in the US.
Yeah.
On Black people.
Right. And so basically,
when you have kids now, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, it's way different. You know, you move a little more slow because you're, you know, carrying the kids around, and it's just, there was a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear that I didn't know that I carried until I released it by being in Rwanda.
And experienced the opposite.
The opposite, yes. So when we're there, I'm like, okay, we have 8 weeks to survive America.
Then
until we are free of all of this anxiety, all of this fear. So I'm like getting right to it. You know, we're packing, we're selling, we're, you know, just getting everything together and
letting your families know.
I mean, they weren't surprised because again, all of these years of Rwanda, everything was always Rwanda. Everything was Rwanda. And so they weren't surprised at all.
And there's this thing you mentioned, you've been mentioning it. And for me, I really thought it's a feeling that we get as former diaspora when we come back, like suddenly peace, like your nervous system relaxes.
Yeah.
It's not that life is without problems or issues or whatever, but somehow you wake up breathing differently. Feeling different.
Yeah. And that's what I just wish for everyone to experience.
Yeah.
But, you know, more specifically the Black American is because targeted, yes, you know, not only from the police, not only from just the society.
It's systemic.
It's it's a system, you know? And that's what the whole country was created off of. And so we've never been able to have just peace. We've never been able to go into any building, any office, any business. Yeah, and not be looked at as lesser than. And so, you know, that was actually the first thing that we noticed when we first visited Rwanda is like, wow, the pilot is black. It's a bizarre thing, you know, like
it's
everyone, the lawyer that we were doing contract with is black. Everyone in every profession is black. And that's what you don't find in America.
My son would say when he travels, he wants to only travel Rwanda, and he says, just to hear people say something, and it's all in Kinyarwanda, and the songs on board.
Yes.
And I look at people, I ask them, do you know my mom? She's so and so, and guess what, mom? They know you.
I mean, Rwanda is a very...
It's a village.
Yes,
it's a village.
It is. But it's beautiful.
But I get this feeling of, people who look like me.
Yes.
Who are not intimidating.
Yeah.
Who I'm not feeling threatened.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. It's a level of peace that goes down many, many layers, you know? But yeah, basically we, you know, packed everything up, sold everything off, and May, the day after my 30th birthday, is when we moved here.
Wow.
So it was incredible.
So by then you had found a house, I guess.
Well, our transition was a bit rocky. It was a transition. Yeah, we were in a hotel for the first week until we could find a house to rent, which was a bit difficult because we had then 2 dogs that were coming that we imported too. Good. So, but yeah, we all made it.
You came with your dogs.
Of course.
I came with my cat.
See, exactly. You can't leave the animals behind.
No, it's family. That's our family.
So we all made it, and basically this past year and a half, we have been renovating the property that we got in that March. And it's interesting because, as I said, it started as a bed and breakfast. It was supposed to be a 10-bedroom.
So that was the project, the initial project.
That was the initial project, a 10-bedroom bed and breakfast. We changed.
Of course.
We changed the concept so much, and it first started by knocking down one wall. And then all of the walls ended up being knocked down. So now we have a restaurant lounge concept. We did away with the stay part, and we've been focusing on a full restaurant concept. Josh has been like fully embracing the chef coat and hat and, you know, identity.
Did he train? He was training before you moved?
He is self-trained. Yeah, you know, of course, YouTube University is the #1, and then
books on experimenting.
Books, exactly. This really great chef, his name is Todd Anderson. He goes by Turnip Vegan on socials, but he was a great inspiration and like mentor that Josh really followed along on his videos. So much so that we even reached out to him and are doing a collaboration with him.
Fantastic.
So he'll actually be coming to Rwanda next month.
Where is he based?
He's in California.
Great.
Yeah, and when I tell you, he is like a mastermind of recreating any dish and making it vegan.
So, bed and breakfast idea out of the window.
Gone.
And then you building the restaurant also from scratch, sort of, because all the walls are down.
Yes.
So you designed the place, basically. You shaped it
Yes.
your way.
Yes.
And I think I met you were pregnant. Or maybe you were not pregnant. I don't remember. Because we met at the gym. I'm trying to remember.
I might not have been pregnant, but then was
By then.
soon pregnant after.
And then my trainer said, oh, there's this woman. She's vegan as well. But you are the only vegan person I know, but she's vegan as well.
Yes.
That's how he introduced us to each other.
I do remember that.
Mhm.
And then once we started turning it more into restaurants, I invited you
To
for
sample.
a menu tasting.
Yeah, so the family loved it.
That was such a great
And you know, elderly
great
people, they loved it.
yeah.
They can't wait for you guys to open.
They were so amazing. I mean, that whole lunch
They
was
loved
just
it.
you guys
Man, I
were
was like,
full
I
of
want
energy.
to invite them at home, please. Let's have them. And
I still need to do
yes,
that.
Yes,
Now that
it's coming together.
Yeah.
Wow. And so I have so many questions, but I want to pause there and just acknowledge the journey you've done. Like, I had another child, so third one, born here,
Yes.
and you are birthing a business
Yes.
that has also evolved now into a fully fledged fine dining, fine vegan restaurant. And Josh in the kitchen and training, I guess, teams how to run a restaurant professionally and elaborating recipes and all of that. But I want to pause here, and if you allow me, we speak on veganism. I never had a guest who I can relate to on that specific thing, which is a pillar of my life. The reason why I don't eat animals, but I want to hear from your journey, and we can, of course, exchange.